Today, almost every kitchen has one of these, a microwave. So you'd think that there'd be plenty of them that would work reliably and are simple to use. But if you're anything like me, at some point you've probably experienced the exploding oatmeal, the rubbery edges on defrosted chicken, or the lasagna that is scalding hot on the outside but still cold in the middle. Some microwaves try to help with these problems by adding lots of different cooking functions, with the control panels becoming so complex that it is all but impossible to decipher which button does what. Well, the Breville QuickTouch is the first microwave I've used that works properly on an array of different foods, and is also simple and easy to use. Sounds too good to be true. Well, before we have a play with the QuickTouch, let's take a look at how microwaves work and what kinds of problems they create. Microwaves are unlike any other cooking device. You probably noticed that unlike your oven or frying pan, the microwave itself doesn't get hot, only the food inside it does. The actual cooking waves bouncing around inside are not heat waves. Rather, the frequency of these waves causes the water molecules in foods to rapidly vibrate. The vibrating molecules then crash into the surrounding proteins, carbohydrates and fats, and it's these collisions that create heat inside the food. The food heats up inside while the oven itself stays cool. And, as we've all experienced, this reaction happens incredibly quickly, making the microwave one of the fastest ways to heat food. But microwave cooking creates two very significant problems. Firstly, foods differ enormously in their water content. Vegetables, for example, made up of between 85 and 95% water. Meats, well, they're about 70%, and butter is less than 20%. And believe it or not, most cooking chocolate is only about 3% water. So if microwaves work by making water molecules vibrate, and some foods are 95% water and others are only 3%, you can imagine that different foods behave very, very differently in a microwave. Typically, the lower the water content, the lower the amount of microwave power you need to apply to heat the food evenly. The second issue is that microwaves only penetrate less than an inch into the food. If you're microwaving anything thicker, the outside gets hot first, and then the heat starts to conduct inwards towards the middle. This is a big problem for thicker foods because unless you turn the microwave power down and give the heat time to conduct inwards, you end up with rubbery edges and a frozen middle, or, my least favourite, the exploding oatmeal. So different ingredients need different levels of power and different cooking times. And this is why some microwaves have control panels that not even a team of NASA scientists can interpret. It's these kinds of challenges that the design and cooking teams at Breville just love to solve. So they've invented a microwave that lets you adjust the power and time at any stage during the cooking cycle, simply by turning a dial. The easy-to-access smart settings were developed using over 3,000 hours of kitchen testing to make sure the right power levels and times are used to suit whichever food that you're cooking, reheating, or defrosting. You can access the menus with just one touch, and with a simple turn of the dial, adjust the food type, and then amount, and the QuickTouch calculates how much power and how much time is needed. And what's even better is that some of our favourite kitchen tasks that can be difficult to master are just one touch away. Choose from soften butter, melt chocolate, reheat beverage, popcorn, save your own favourite, or use the sensor reheat and sensor cook functions which sense when the food is ready. And if you ever need a little bit more, the bit more button adds time while remembering the setting or power level you were using. The Breville QuickTouch microwaves. Simple,